look out into the world. The plants and the trees are starting to bloom. Their blooms white on green. You know, that gives me an idea today. I didn't really pregame anything special, but I'm going to jump right in. And maybe, I don't know if I'll do a long stream today. Maybe I'll do something smaller. I've been, for the last few streams, doing, 5 hour plus or so, roughly. 3 to 5 hours. That's a long stream, no matter how you look at it. All right, so what are we going to do here? Step one. Let's start from the bottom and work our way to the top. Let's go, I'm going to go 250 by 250 by 2, no, let's go like 30. All right, so I'm going to Control A, delete the thing that's in there. So let's start with the colors. This is always, for me, this is where I kind of get lost in the mix. So I'm going to start down here at the bottom, aka index 1. I'm going to go to brown. I'm going to pick a brown color, something darker, preferably. It looks good. And then I'm going to attach the full face and just drag it up. I think it's a little too red, so I'm going to pull it. There we go. Drag some of the redness out of it. And then maybe just go a little darker there. There we go. That's good. So now I'm going to subtract the top couple layers. Just gonna like establish something like that. What else? What else can we do? Okay, so I got an idea. Forgive me. Here we go. We're already off the rails this early. So I'm going to take like a 1 or 2 black layers here. Like that. I'm going to go to render. I'm going to change the material to metal because, or glass. Let's go glass. What's transparent look like? Sometimes you get transparent and it just disappears and you can't see it, you know. And then right now, even though the color is the glass is the color black, it's so clear that you can just see right through it, and you see the gray underneath it. It's a little, the index of refraction is changing it a little bit. There we go. So somewhere in there's a happy medium. I feel like, I want to get it a little gray. In fact, I may just do blend. We'll turn the metallic up as well. And that looks pretty good. My thinking here is I just want to like take that. I want to attach some more there. Kind of wanted to have like a just like a little layer to it underneath, something to like put it on a platform maybe. So then let's do Alt, and we're gonna drag that up a little bit just to give it a little thickness. And then we're gonna go back to this color now. And it's a process. We're not really like gonna nail this the first try. So let's go to like 50 here. Add some extra layers in, just a little more thickness in the dirt. We got a establishing what will become the sort of the little platform. It kind of looks like a little brownie, while we're here, now that I've got this, let's change the sun. I'm going to turn the sun up a little bit, the intensity up, and maybe even change the color to like maybe a yellowish. Give it that like maybe early morning. Not sure what we're doing just yet. Let's see. Does this cast a shadow yet? There, let's click the sun on. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, so we do have a shadow here. We can see that there's lighting coming in. There's nothing wrong with this. It looks fine to me. There's nothing really that we can get from this just yet. We could go to here and pick a couple of like maybe something a little more let's see. All right, we're going to work here. We're going to start with this. And then we're going to use this as our base. I'm going to create a grass layer. So now that we got the brown there, I'm going to move up to the grass layer. I'm just going to pick some random green colors. Rather than do like a spectrum, I'm just going to do kind of like a little bit. I'm just going to see some greens that look good. Because when you look at grass, it's not a one color. It's, it is green. But like I was saying the other day, I believe I remember reading that the human eye is kind of, when it comes to green, we're capable of seeing way more green than any other color. My thinking is, and this is with no more reading, and that's my fault. I should definitely go through and read. My thinking is that it's because green always symbolizes life. There's water nearby. Probably things are green because there's water available, and water plays a huge role in humans' survival. Like I was saying the other day, it's like you can go like a couple days without water before you die. You can go like a couple weeks without food. Don't test me on this. Don't use me as a resource for anything. I will reject all attempts to do so. All right, so my thinking here is we're just going to add a grass layer. Right now, you can see that the grass layer is like a little, it's there, but it's the wrong color. So we're going to pick index 17 through index 24, which you can see down here. 17 through 24, the colors, we're going to pick color A, that, and then 24. We should see the green, the grass there, and look at that. It looks a little, in this view, it's definitely the use your imagination area. Let's see. I'm gonna pick. This one allows you to pick what color appears the most. I kind of like that. Then we have. Yeah, so we got some dense grass now. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just kind of feeling it out. We're just kind of going slowly here. Been streaming for 5 minutes, man. I'm winded already. I'll tell you that much right now. C just kind of adjusts the pattern. I think nothing really. I think it's just kind of the randomizer. So now that we look at this, we've got what appears to be what appears to be just kind of a chunk of grass here. And what I might do first and foremost is copy paste this a few times. Looks like I might have missed a pixel on the end there. I can go back and redo that. Not a big deal. This is just proof of concept here. In fact, another thing you can do is just you can take like this top layer here, go to orthogonal view, get yourself a perfect side representation, and then just kind of like pick a single pixel's worth of grass here. A single pixel's grass. Just use your green thumb. There we go. Hit Control C, Control V. I'm just gonna drag it over. There we go. Now nobody will ever know that was not there to begin with. And if you can pick it out, then you know what? Good on you. Good on you. All right. So we get this like what's fun thing here? Like a nice start, a nice little proof of concept start. We got grass. Let me tab into the world view. Right now we have sparse geometry turned off, meaning that we won't see too much more. I'm just gonna use this as a template, so I'm gonna move it over. We're gonna save it, and what's another thing we can do here? So this might be kind of fun. Let's do something like let's go back to this here. I'm gonna change the color of this one next. So I'm here next to the brown. I'm gonna pick something a little different. I'm gonna tab back into this one, and we can go to paint maybe. I'm just gonna see what this looks like. We're not gonna do anything too, not like that, not like that. Let's see. Okay. Forgive me for making this more difficult than it needs to be, but I'm going to look on here. Sometimes you can kind of get like a fun, like, it's if you want to have fun, first of all, but sometimes you can get like a fun, like sort of strata. I guess that's the right word, right? Strata. There's archaeological records where you can go down into the earth and see when, like, roughly get is it archaeological or geography? I think it's just geology, maybe. But I don't know if it's, I want to say geographical, but that just means like an area, and I don't know the words off the top of my head, and it's early, so forgive me for rambling already. Still trying to recover from being asleep. It's a weird thing to do. It's weird to go to sleep. There we go. So we've got this kind of fun little layer right here. So I don't know if this is what this will look like, but what we can do is we can do something like select those right there, and then we can do a kind of, so it'll select all the way across because I used orthogonal view. It's weird waking up every day back into this, and you're like, oh, still me after having spent the last 8 hours bouncing around in the phantasmagoria of the subconscious, the weird like dreams that I've peeked at myself through. I mean, what are dreams except that, like, ways to see yourself that you wouldn't really sign off on on your waking hours? All right, so I'm gonna pick shader tool again. We're gonna go to I don't know. I'm just gonna pick a random one. I'm gonna go like maybe brick. We'll start with brick. Brick is the easiest one, I think. It gets the most done. So I'm gonna go shader here. We're gonna shader there. And I may not even be able not to select it. So I'm just going to pick shader. We're going to go to attach or paint, I guess. Paint's probably the better one. We're going to pick that. Looks a little strange, but what we're going to do is we're going to go from index 1 and 2 in color A, color B. So 1's perfect, 2, there we go. What this does in my mind is it just kind of creates like another like less what do you call it, like symmetric, or yeah, maybe just like just so it's not just one layer and then another layer. It's a little more like there's a little more of a gradation. Let's see. And the reason I chose